C. Heredity and embryonic growth. Charaka assumes that the sperm cell bija of the male parent contains minute elements derived from each of his organs and tissues. Sharirasthana 4:7. A rational explanation is attempted of the fact that offsprings do not necessarily reproduce every feature of the father, and even a particular womb does not produce identical features in every embryo conceived in it. A human womb invariably produces a human child in the manner of wax mold (Sharirasthana 3:16), but children differ in many important respects from their parents (Sharirasthana 3:17). They may be males or females, twins, multiplets (Sharirasthana 2:11), possessed of sexual abnormalities (Sharirasthana 2:31), and may have individual characteristics and deformities (Sharirasthana 2:28-29). When the sperm shukra is dominant, a male fetus is formed, but a female is produced when the female germ shonita predominates (Sharirasthana 2:12). If the united sperm ovum gets divided into two or more fragments, a corresponding number of new lives are created (Sharirasthana 2:14). In this case, a male child is formed from a fragment rich in sperm and female from the one rich in ovum (Sharirasthana 2:13). Non-identical twins or multiplets result from unequal fragments (Sharirasthana 2:16). Indeterminate sex and abnormalities occur when neither the sperm nor the ovum predominates, or when they are diseased and weak (Sharirasthana 2:18-21). Charaka also attempts to explain why congenital deformities of the parents or constitutional diseases contracted by them in later life are not necessarily inherited. According to Atreya's view given in the text Sharirasthana 3:15, the parental bija, seed or germplasm, contains the whole parental organism in a potential or miniature form, but is independent of the parent's developed organs, and is not necessarily affected by their idiosyncrasies or deformities. It is the combination and the characters of the constituent elements of the parental bija, which is an organic entity independent of the developed parental body and its organs, that determine the physiological features and predispositions of the embryo. Congenital defects like blindness, deafness, dumbness, stammering, lameness, deformity of the spinal column or the bony framework, as well as constitutional diseases like madness, leprosy, or chronic skin diseases in the parent, do not necessarily produce corresponding deformities or infirmities in the offspring. Only when an element in the parental bija representing a particular organ or tissue accidentally (daiva) happens to be defective, undeveloped, or abnormal, the corresponding organ or tissue of the offspring will be similarly affected. Again, when constitutional diseases acquired in later life are found to be inherited, it is supposed that the bija has been infected or affected in that particular instance. Leprosy, for example, is transmitted to the offspring only when the germ plasm is actually infected with the disease by reason of the leprosy of the parent (Sharirasthana 3:15). This mutual interaction of the germ plasm and the somatic tissues seems to be a distinctive feature of Atreya's hypothesis. The continued identity of the germ plasm from generation to generation, affected by somatic processes only by accident or infection, follows logically from this hypothesis. Hence, offsprings differ from their parents in those tissues and organs whose original representatives in the germ plasm have been affected by causative factors. The sex, stature, and complexion of the offspring is also stated to be affected by the influence of abundant or defective nutrition and by the constituents of foods taken by the parents (Sharirasthana 3:5). The elements that contribute to the general features of the newborn child are: 1. The mother's blood, 2. The father's semen, and the karma of the individual. Its mental traits are determined by the state of the mind of the individual in its previous birth and will be impure and dull if it was an animal in the previous birth. Sharirasthana 227. The embryo inherits its skin, blood, flesh, fat, heart, liver, lungs, spleen, kidneys, stomach, intestines, etc. from its mother. Sharirasthana 3-6. Its bones, teeth, veins, tendons, ligaments, arteries, semen, hair, and nails from its father. Sharirasthana 3-7. Its mind, senses, consciousness, ego, memory, and lifespan from the spirit. Sharirasthana 3-10. Its clarity of senses, quality of voice, appetite, and vitality from parental concordance. Sharirasthana 3-11. Its visible shape, vigor, sense of contentment, and energy from nourishment. Sharirasthana 3-12. The embryo is a shapeless jelly, Kheta Bhuta, in the first month, Sharirasthana 4-9, and a tumor-like or fleshy shape in the second. By this time, there is the first indication of the future sex of the embryo, Sharirasthana 4-10. In the third month, the limbs and sense organs are no longer latent but emerge as separate entities, Sharirasthana 4-11. In the fourth month, the fetus is stabilized and the mother puts on weight. Sharirasthana 4-20. It grows in flesh and blood in the fifth month and in strength and color in the sixth, at the expense of the mother who becomes emaciated, weak, and pale. Sharirasthana 4-21-22. In the seventh month, there is an all-round development, and in the eighth, there is a continuous flow of vitality to and from the mother. Sharirasthana 4-23-24. It continues to grow by nourishment until delivery, which should occur in the ninth or 10th month. Sharirasthana 4-25. Any factor which upsets the proper sequence leads to an abnormal period of gestation or destruction of the fetus. Sharirasthana 4-59. The first stage of fetal development has been assumed differently by different experts in the discourse given in the Charaka Samhita. Sharirasthana 6-21. The child in the womb has its limbs folded, its head erect, and its back towards the mother's abdomen. Sharirasthana 6-22. Its heart is connected with the mother's heart through the umbilical cord and the placenta. The latter is flooded with blood by the pulsating arteries of the mother. The mother's blood transmits nourishment, vitality, and complexion. The skin pores of the fetus also absorb the nourishment. Sharirasthana 6-23. The two minds of the mother and the fetus have an intimate psychical connection. Sharirasthana 4-15-2. The fetus may be destroyed, deformed, or may suffer psychic injuries due to physical and emotional disturbance of the mother. Sharirasthana 4-15-30. Faulty diet and habits as well as mental shocks, a comprehensive list of which is given in the text, also contribute to this end. Sharirasthana 8-21. Instructions are also given by Charaka for the proper care of the pregnant women. These include specified diet, prophylactic treatment, and maintenance of emotional harmony. Sharirasthana 8-30-1. Such treatments ensure good health, vitality, and a pliable womb for the mother and a soft placenta at the time of delivery. Sharirasthana 8-32. The text describes in some detail the symptoms of recent and advanced pregnancy. Sharirasthana 2-22 and 4-16. And the pre-indications of male and female births. Sharirasthana 2-24-25. Methods of ensuring the birth of male offspring Sharira 8, 11, 19 are also indicated. The signs of imminent delivery Sharirasthana 8:36. The requirements of an well-appointed maternity house Sharirasthana 8:33-35. Methods of minimizing labor pains Sharirasthana 8:38-39. Proper handling and help in delivery Sharirasthana 8:40-41. And postnatal care of the child Sharirasthana 8:42-45 and its mother Sharirasthana 8:48-49 are also described in detail.